So talk about some of the tough lessons. You don't even have to give names or anything,
Sure.
but just the lessons of 25 years of managing ego.
Yeah, man. Woo. That's a big one. And I've not always been as good as I am today at handling it. And still not perfect today. I never will be, but I strive for excellence.
Sometimes people just ignore it. I'm going to focus on production, not politics.
Yep.
And
I've never been that guy.
Bigger.
Yeah.
Right?
I've never been that guy.
Yeah.
And I'm thankful again for my season of 4 years before the success I had, because I'd really gone to a lot of leadership seminars and really developed myself as a leader before I had a team to lead. And so what happens is people decide when I get there, then I'll become a great leader. But they're the demise of their own team. Their team goes from 50 to 2, not because of the level that they've hit, but because of their lack of leadership at that level. And so that one's a tough one, Eric, because I always think what could I have done differently to cause a different result as a leader? Like, how did I mess up on that one? Because there's always something I could have done differently.
Sure.
So what I've learned and how I handle it today is, number one, I'm first to apologize, because there is something that I could have done differently to perhaps help you to feel differently than you currently feel. Maybe you feel like I'm insensitive. I don't include you enough. I don't recognize you enough. And so you have to start recognizing yourself. Right, you start to feel like, well, I'll do it then. I'll let people know who I am since you're not, right? So hey, listen, if I have not recognized you enough, I apologize. Is there some way that I can help you to feel as important as you really are? Because you are an amazing asset to our organization. And so anyone who's in my organization, they know I apologize more often today than I ever have. And it doesn't show a sign of weakness. I'm a very strong leader, but it shows a sign of strength, because I'm willing to accept my own faults and things that I can do better. And so I teach that. And in fact, I was in the car with my son, and my oldest son is an exec in our business. And so I hear him on the phone. He's like, hey, let me take that one. That's on me. I should have made sure you knew when the next Fast Start class was, because the guy didn't hit a qualification in a certain amount of time. And he said, but he could have said, you know what I mean? Hey, look, it's online. It's in your back office. I texted you today. But instead, he took it on first. He's like, hey, look, let me take that one, because I'm sure I could have over communicated the date of that particular class, and I did not. That's on me. But we do have a next core rank that you still can hit and earn a bonus. So let's focus on that, and I'll be happy to hold your hand and walk you right to that position. How's that sound? And the guy was like, man, thank you so much. It went completely different because he apologized. And so, and he sees that, right? It's what's caught by your kids and people close to you, and that just what's taught. So that's one of the things, Eric, that I found to help out with the egos that exist is I apologize. And sometimes my wife doesn't like it. She was like, you got to stop taking it on. I'm like, no, I'm not taking it on. You know, I just want them to know that perhaps I could have done something differently, because I could have. However, I also learned that sometimes I have to have these serious conversations as quickly as possible.
People will accept that apology and say, yep, it's your fault. And then they'll go crazy.
That's exactly right. So I've also learned that doesn't work in every case. And so in some cases, I have had to have some very stern conversations, never in front of other people.
This is against the values of our organization.
That's exactly right. And that's it. That's it. And so I remind them that, you know, this is what you joined. Because we do a good job, probably not the best job, but a good job of letting people know, here's our value system of our organization. And you decided, hey, look, I'm excited. You said you were excited about it. You know, is that still the case?
Right.
Right. And it's like, yeah, I still believe that, man. So the things you're doing don't line up. They don't align with that, though. You know, here's why. No, you're right. Right. So I'd call them out on what it is that they say. You said that this is you. This is not you anymore.
And what happens if they either don't agree with you or they won't talk to you?
So that's been rare in my case. I've connected people with other people.
Yeah. Find somebody that'll listen to.
That's exactly right. Connecting with someone else, and perhaps they can have that conversation.
Find a bigger hammer.
Yep, that happens. And sometimes, look, check this out. Sometimes it's not even like upline, because I know we don't want to spread any negativity in your organization, but sometimes the relationship they have with someone, the better relationship is within the organization. And because of that, they're more likely to feel comfortable talking to that person about the real issue. And that person can help address the real issue, because sometimes the issue that comes to you as a leader is not even the real issue.